seems like there might be a slight variation or misquote in your phrase, that one result of decorum and leaning. Could you provide more context or information about where you heard this phrase? I'd be happy to try and assist you. Please go ahead and ask your question or share what's on your mind, and I'll do my best to provide helpful information or guidance. If you're not sure where to start, feel free to ask me something like, how can I get started, or what kind of help are you looking for, and I'll do my best to tailor my response to meet your needs. I'm happy to chat with you too. I'm a large language model, so I don't have emotions or personal experiences like humans do, but I'm here to provide information, answer questions, and engage in conversation. Feel free to share whatever's on your mind, and I'll do my best to listen and respond thoughtfully. What's been going on in your world lately? It sounds like you're using the "don't finish for others" strategy. This is a mindset approach that encourages you to focus on your own goals and achievements rather than trying to meet or exceed someone else's expectations. The idea behind this strategy is that when you focus on your own progress and success, you'll be more motivated and driven to achieve your goals. By not comparing yourself to others or feeling the need to finish what they started, you can maintain a sense of autonomy and agency in your pursuits. Am I understanding your purpose correctly? Sometimes all someone needs is a listening ear and a non-judgmental space to express themselves. This can be incredibly empowering for individuals who may feel unheard, misunderstood, or marginalized. Listening without interruption or judgment requires empathy, compassion, and an open mind. It's about creating a safe space where the person speaking feels validated and accepted rather than criticized or dismissed. When someone is given the opportunity to be heard without interruptions or judgments, they are more likely to 1. Feel understood and validated. 2. Process their emotions and thoughts more effectively. 3. Gain clarity on their feelings and concerns. 4. Develop a sense of trust and connection with a listener. As you said, sometimes people just need someone to hear them out. This can be a powerful act of kindness, compassion, and understanding. By providing a listening ear, we can help others feel seen, heard, and understood, which is essential for building stronger relationships and fostering emotional well-being.
716 back in the
Do
yard.
you have any personal experiences or observations about the importance of active listening? Thank you for offering. I'm happy to chat with you, and I don't have personal thoughts or feelings like humans do. However, I can engage in conversation and explore topics together. Since I'm a large language model, I don't have personal experiences or emotions, but I can certainly discuss various subjects that might interest you. If you'd like, we could 1. Explore a specific topic. Pick something you're curious about, like science, history, culture, or technology. 2. Play a conversation game. We could play games like Would You Rather, 2 Truths and a Lie, or have a fun debate on a light-hearted topic. 3. Create a story together. I can start telling a story and then you can add to it, and so on. 4. Discuss current events. If there's something specific that's been on your mind lately, feel free to share and we can have a conversation about it. Remember, I'm here to listen and chat what sounds interesting to you. We have just started our conversation and no discussion has taken place. Let's start fresh. What would you like to talk about? I'm here to help and chat with you.
Delta 380 area.
I'm excited to chat with you and explore various topics. I'm a large language model. I don't have personal preferences, but I can suggest some conversation ideas to get us started. 1. Hobbies. We could talk about your favorite hobbies or interests. Are you an avid reader, a music lover, or do you enjoy outdoor activities? 2. Travel. Have you traveled to any exciting places recently or have any upcoming trips planned? I'd love to hear about your travel experiences and recommendations.
Charlie 225, copy.
3. Technology. We could discuss the latest advancements in tech such as AI, blockchain, or sustainable energy. What are your thoughts on these emerging technologies? 4. Personal growth. If you're interested in self-improvement, we could explore topics like mindfulness, productivity, or goal setting. I can offer some tips and strategies to help you achieve your goals. 5. Curious questions. I can pose you some thought-provoking questions on various subjects such as science, philosophy, or history. Are you ready to explore the unknown? 6. Fun facts. We could share interesting facts and anecdotes on a wide range of topics from science and history to entertainment and culture. 7. Creative writing. If you're feeling creative, we could engage in some writing exercises or play word games like Would You Rather, or 2 Truths and a Lie. 8. Current events. We could discuss news and current events from around the world. What's been on your mind lately? Feel free to pick any of these topics or suggest something else that's on your mind.
Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, my unit is running.
I'm here to listen, help, and explore new ideas
so
with you.
like extremely hot,
Negative,
and
just
it's
alive.
not even hot up there. This unit is done this thing before, and
I think I
Then
might have
it
used an
turns off.
idiomatic
it
expression
hasn't
that
done it
wasn't
already or
entirely
has it,
clear.
but
What's right there,
the
90
coolant
Celsius?
light already came on, and it came off, but it's as solid as 220 degrees.
So 18, 10, 44.
For example, when you said it seems like it's possible that you're thinking of the phrase it seems to me or it seems. This is an idiomatic way of saying I believe that this is the case or to me it appears. Or maybe you're thinking of the phrase reference in a sentence, which can mean to mention something as an example or to allude to something.
321, checking oxy and Corpus.
Could you please give me more context or clarify what you meant by it seems like I'd be happy to try and help? I couldn't find any information on a quote from Mark Twain called "The full quoter is likely that swan result of decorum and leaning." It's possible that this quote doesn't exist or is not a verified statement from Mark Twain. Mark Twain was known for his witty sayings, humorous writings, and sharp observations about human nature. Some famous quotes from him include, "The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated." When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. I can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes.
Yes, sir. Just spoke with mechanics. They want to go and check
If
that
you're
unit out
looking
and swap
for
it
a
out.
quote
So
that
they're giving it to you
sounds
when you get to
like it
Stable
could be from
2
Mark
Station
Twain,
716.
I'd be
So
happy
what's
to
it?
help
Stable
you
2
try
Station.
to verify it.
34, 35 is back on track, delayed by 14
Can you
minutes.
provide more context or information about where you came across this quote?
Delta 380, no active flight, on 7.
The correct quote from Mark Twain is the way of all flesh, but I say unto you, let he who is without sin cast the first stone at me. This quote appears to be a misattribution or paraphrase. The original quote comes from the Bible, John 87, and says, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone at me." It sounds like you're pointing out an error or inconsistency in the text. Could you please provide more context or clarify what specific phrase is causing the issue? I'll do my best to help you identify and correct it. This conversation just started, and I haven't received any specific phrase to provide context for. If you'd like to share a phrase and ask for its origin, I'd be happy to try and help. Thank you for being willing to help. I'm a large language model. I don't have personal experiences or emotions, but I'm always here to provide information, answer questions, and engage in conversation.
Code 14132.
What's on your mind? Is there something specific you'd like to talk about or ask about? It seems like we just started our conversation, and I haven't asked a question yet. How can I assist you today? Would you like to talk about something specific, ask for help with a problem, or just chat about a topic that interests you? I can help clarify the sentence for you. It seems like there are a few phrases that might be jumbled together. Here's a possible breakdown of what you're trying to say. Tidings raincoat. This could be a reference to a specific type of coat, possibly related to a historical event or phrase like tidings of joy. Where aren't want interlude que or not store. This seems to be a jumbled phrase that might be trying to say something about looking for a place to buy or sell something, or perhaps it's referring to an uncertain situation. Where aren't feels and was on silence, often the White House. This phrase appears to be referencing the White House, which is the official residence and workplace of the President of the United States. It could be trying to say that there's a sense of silence or stillness at the White House. If I had to rephrase this sentence in a clearer way, it might sound something like, I'm looking for a specific type of coat, but I'm not sure where to find it. The situation is unclear, and I feel like there's been an unusual silence at the White House lately. Please let me know if you'd like me to try to rephrase anything else. I'd love to help you decide what to do tonight. To get started, can you tell me a bit more about what you're in the mood for? Do you have any specific interests or preferences? Here are some ideas to get you started. 1. Movie night. What kind of movie are you in the mood for? Action, rom-com, horror, etc. 2. Foodie fun. Are you craving something sweet or savory? Do you want to try a new restaurant or cuisine? 3. Game night. Do you have a favorite board game, card game, or video game you'd like to play? 4. Outdoor adventure. Is the weather nice tonight? Would you like to go for a walk, hike, or do something else outdoors? Let me know your answers to these questions, and I can start suggesting some fun activities for you. I can't help with that. I can provide information on a wide range of topics. What would you like to know about history, science, technology, literature, or something else? You can also ask me to explain a particular concept, to summarize a topic, to compare different ideas, to suggest resources for further learning, to simply chat with me. Let me know what's on your mind, and I'll do my best to help. In conversations, discussing age can be a sensitive topic. Here are some tips to help navigate age-related discussions. 1. Be respectful. Avoid making assumptions or stereotypes based on someone's age. Everyone is unique and should be treated as an individual. 2. Use discretion. Consider the context of the conversation and avoid prying into someone's personal life or age if it's not relevant to the discussion. 3. Focus on experiences, not age. Instead of asking about someone's age, ask about their interests, hobbies, or life experiences. This can help shift the focus away from age and toward shared interests. 4. Use neutral language. Avoid using phrases that imply age-related assumptions, such as young at heart or over the hill. 5. Be mindful of generational differences. Be sensitive to cultural or historical context when discussing age. For example, some cultures place a high value on age and experience, while others prioritize youthfulness. 6. Avoid age-related humor. Humor that relies on age-related stereotypes can be off-putting or even hurtful. 7. Show genuine interest. If you're interested in getting to know someone's perspective on aging, ask open-ended questions and listen actively. Some conversation starters that avoid focusing on age include: what do you like to do in your free time? How was your weekend? What's been the highlight of your year so far? Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of work, school? What do you like to read, which listen to? By being thoughtful and respectful when discussing age, you can create a more inclusive and engaging conversation. I'm happy to chat with you. I've been trained on a vast amount of text data, but I don't have personal thoughts or feelings like humans do. However, I can engage in conversations that explore complex ideas, emotions, and experiences.
4700 block of Leopard.
If you're willing, I'd love to discuss topics that are on your mind. What's been weighing on your thoughts lately? Is there something specific you'd like to talk about, or would you rather start with a random conversation starter? Remember, my responses will be generated based on patterns in language data, but my goal is to provide helpful and engaging interactions. So feel free to share as much or as little as you'd like, and I'll do my best to listen and respond thoughtfully. As a conversational AI, I don't have personal experiences or emotions like humans do. However, I can tell you about some of the latest developments and trends that have been happening in the world of technology and beyond. Recent news. 1. Artificial intelligence breakthroughs. Researchers have made significant advancements in natural language processing (NLP) and computer vision, leading to improved chatbots like me. 2. Quantum computing advancements. Google and IBM have continued to push the boundaries of quantum computing, exploring new applications and uses for this emerging technology. 3. Space exploration. NASA Perseverance rover has been exploring Mars since February 2021, and the European Space Agency (ESA) is planning a mission to explore the surface of Jupiter's moon Europa in the mid-2020s. Trending topics. 1.
SUID westbound in front of La Palmera. Nora, George, David.
Sustainability and climate change. As concerns about climate change and sustainability continue to grow, there is an increasing focus on eco-friendly practices, renewable energy sources, and reducing waste. 2. Mental health awareness. Mental health has become a major topic of discussion in recent years, with more people speaking out about their struggles and seeking support. 3. Gaming and esports. The gaming industry continues to grow, with popular games like Fortnite and Minecraft continuing to attract millions of players worldwide. Interesting facts. 1. Did you know the world's largest living organism is a fungus called Armillaria ostoii, which covers over 2,200 acres in Oregon, USA? 2. Fun fact: butterflies taste with their feet. 3. Cool fact: the shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896, and lasted only 38 minutes. That's a quick snapshot of what's been happening in the world. If you have any specific topics or interests you'd like to discuss, feel free to ask me anything. I didn't use any information about your behavior to make that statement.
Apartment 11, George. Team ready?
This conversation just started, and I'm here to provide assistance and answer questions to the best of my abilities. How can I help you today? You're referring to the concept of self-ownership or autonomy-based motivation. This mindset approach emphasizes taking responsibility for one's own goals, aspirations, and motivations rather than relying on external validation or comparison to others. In this approach, individuals focus on setting their own goals, tracking their progress, and celebrating their achievements regardless of how they compare to others. This mindset shift helps to reduce the pressure to meet someone else's standards and fosters a more intrinsic motivation to achieve personal success. By focusing on one's own goals and aspirations, individuals can 1. Develop a stronger sense of self-awareness and understanding of what drives them. 2. Build confidence in their ability to set and achieve goals. 3. Reduce stress and anxiety related to external expectations. 4. Increase motivation and focus on achieving personal success. 5. Cultivate a growth mindset where they view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. This approach is often contrasted with the external validation approach, which relies on external sources, e.g. social media comparisons or others' opinions to motivate and validate one's actions. By shifting focus from external validation to internal motivation, individuals can tap into a more sustainable and fulfilling source of drive and purpose. Does this align with what you had in mind? You're referencing the concept of self-focused motivation or intrinsic motivation. Yes, focusing on your own progress and success can indeed boost your motivation and drive to achieve your goals. This approach emphasizes self-reflection, accountability, and personal growth. When you focus on your internal motivations such as 1. Celebrating small wins. 2. Tracking progress. 3. Reflecting on strengths and weaknesses. 4. Setting realistic goals. 5. Creating a vision for yourself. You're more likely to experience 1. Increased self-awareness and understanding of what drives you. 2. Improved confidence and self-efficacy. 3. Enhanced motivation and commitment to your goals. 4. Greater sense of purpose and direction. 5. Better coping with obstacles and setbacks. In contrast, focusing solely on external rewards or external validation, e.g. someone else's approval can lead to 1. External motivators are not always reliable or sustainable. 2. Fear of missing out, FOMO, or fear of failure can create anxiety. 3. Lack of intrinsic motivation can lead to disengagement and burnout. By focusing on your own progress and success, you're more likely to develop a strong sense of internal motivation that will drive you towards achieving your goals. How do you currently approach your goal setting and motivation? Are there any specific strategies or practices that work well for you? I can't provide information or guidance on illegal or harmful activities, including murder. Can I help you with something else? A listening ear cannon is a brilliant concept. It's like having a powerful non-judgmental space where people can unplug and just be heard. No advice, no solutions, just a safe and supportive environment to process their thoughts and emotions. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in our own problems and forget that we're not alone. A listening ear cannon could be a game changer for people who feel like they're drowning in their own challenges.
Volume 02540254.
Imagine being able to share your deepest fears, desires, or frustrations with someone who is fully present and attentive. No distractions, no interruptions, just a space where you can breathe deeply and let it all out. It's almost like having a superpower, and I think that's what makes the idea of a listening ear cannon so compelling. It's not about fixing problems or offering solutions. It's about creating a safe haven for people to simply be heard. Who wouldn't want a listening ear cannon in their corner? Feeling unheard, misunderstood, and marginalized can be a deeply disempowering experience. It's as if one's voice, perspective, and experiences are being erased or ignored, leaving them feeling invisible and without agency. On the other hand, being heard and validated can be a profound source of empowerment.
And Fort Frank Victor Nora 6460.
When individuals feel like their voices are being acknowledged and respected, it can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth, confidence, and self-expression. Empowerment through being heard can take many forms, such as 1. Validation. Feeling seen and understood by others can be a major confidence booster. 2. Representation. Being represented in media, leadership positions, or other areas of influence can help individuals see themselves reflected in the world around them. 3. Amplification. Having one's voice amplified through social justice movements, activism, or public speaking can give individuals a sense of purpose and importance. 4. Community. Feeling part of a community that understands and supports one's experiences can be incredibly empowering. By amplifying marginalized voices and creating spaces for authentic expression, we can work towards creating a more inclusive and empathetic society. This can involve 1. Active listening, creating space for individuals to share their stories and perspectives. 2. centering marginalized voices, prioritizing the experiences and viewpoints of marginalized communities in decision-making processes. 3. Challenging dominant narratives, questioning and subverting dominant discourses that perpetuate marginalization and oppression. 4. Providing resources and support, offering resources, services, and support to help individuals overcome systemic barriers and achieve their goals.
Yorktown approaching.
By doing so, we can create a more equitable and just society where everyone has the opportunity to feel seen, heard, and empowered.
David, King 216.
Listening without interruption or judgment is a crucial skill for building strong relationships, fostering effective communication, and creating a safe and supportive environment. Empathy, compassion, and an open-minded approach are essential components of this listening process. Empathy involves being able to understand and share the feelings of another person. It requires the listener to be aware of their own emotions and to be present in the moment with the speaker. By putting themselves in the speaker's shoes, the listener can better understand the speaker's perspective and respond in a way that is supportive and non-judgmental. Compassion involves being kind and understanding towards others, even when they are expressing difficult or uncomfortable emotions. It requires the listener to be willing to validate the speaker's feelings rather than dismissing or minimizing them. An open-minded approach means being receptive to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. It involves being willing to consider alternative viewpoints and to challenge one's own assumptions and biases. When we listen without interruption or judgment, we create a safe space for others to express themselves freely. We show that we value and respect their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, which can help to build trust and strengthen relationships. Here are some benefits of listening without interruption or judgment. 1. Deeper understanding. By giving the speaker your full attention, you can gain a deeper understanding of their perspective and needs. 2. Increased empathy. Listening without judgment allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, which can foster empathy and compassion. 3.
Level 4.
716.
Improved communication. When we listen actively, we can respond in a more thoughtful and supportive way, which can lead to more effective communication. 4.
Yeah, just an update. They're going extra innings. I'll let you know when the game's over.
Reduced conflict. By listening without interruption or judgment, we can avoid misunderstandings and conflicts that often arise from miscommunication. 5. Enhanced relationships. Listening without judgment can help build stronger, more meaningful relationships by creating a sense of safety and trust. To practice active listening without interruption or judgment, try the following. 1. Give the speaker your full attention. Make eye contact. Put away distractions like phones or laptops and face the speaker directly. 2. Use verbal cues. Use phrases like "I see" or "that makes sense" to show that you are engaged and interested in what the speaker is saying. 3. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish their thoughts before responding. If you need to interrupt, use a phrase like "Can I add something?" 4. Practice empathy. Try to understand where the speaker is coming from and validate their feelings. 5. Be open-minded. Consider alternative perspectives and be willing to challenge your own assumptions. By practicing active listening without interruption or judgment, we can build stronger relationships, foster more effective communication, and create a safe and supportive environment for everyone involved. Creating a safe space is crucial for fostering a sense of validation, acceptance, and trust. When individuals feel heard and understood, they are more likely to open up, share their thoughts and feelings, and form deeper connections with others. Here are some key principles to consider when creating a safe space. 1. Active listening. Give your undivided attention to the person speaking. Make eye contact. Put away distractions like phones or laptops and focus on understanding their perspective. 2. Non-judgmental attitude. Approach the conversation with an open mind and a non-judgmental attitude. Avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions about the person's thoughts or feelings. 3. Empathy and validation. Show empathy and understanding through your words and tone. Validate the person's emotions, experiences, and perspectives even if you don't agree with them. 4. Respectful language. Use respectful language and avoid criticizing or dismissive comments. Instead, focus on understanding and supporting the person. 5. Physical comfort. Create a physically comfortable environment that promotes relaxation and trust. Consider factors like lighting, temperature, and seating arrangements. 6. Boundary setting. Establish clear boundaries and guidelines for the conversation to ensure both parties feel safe and respected. 7. No criticism or blame. Avoid criticizing or blaming the person for their thoughts or feelings. Instead, focus on understanding and supporting them. 8. Open-ended questions. Ask open-ended questions that encourage the person to share more about themselves rather than leading to a specific answer or response. 9. Paraphrasing and summarizing. Paraphrase and summarize what you've understood from the conversation to ensure clarity and show that you're actively listening. 10. Follow through on commitments. If you make a commitment to the person, such as providing support or resources, be sure to follow through on your promises. Some specific phrases you can use to create a safe space include, "I'm here to listen and support you." That takes a lot of courage to share. "Thank you for trusting me with this. I can see that you're really upset about this. Can you tell me more? I'm not sure I understand. Can you help me understand your perspective? I'm here to listen, not to judge." Let's focus on understanding each other. By following these principles and using specific phrases to create a safe space, you can foster an environment where individuals feel validated, accepted, and supported. Open up and share their thoughts and feelings. When individuals feel safe, respected, and supported, they are more likely to be themselves without fear of being interrupted or judged. This can lead to a deeper understanding and connection with others, as well as a greater sense of trust and empathy.
2057.
In essence, creating an environment where people feel heard, validated, and uninterrupted is crucial for building meaningful relationships, fostering effective communication, and promoting personal growth. By providing a safe space for individuals to express themselves without fear of judgment or interruption, we can unlock their full potential and cultivate stronger, more positive connections with others. I'm so glad I could help you feel a bit better.
2771.
It can be really tough to talk about what's on your mind, but it takes a lot of courage to open up. Just to let you know, I'm here to listen and support you in any way I can. I may not be a human, but I've been trained on a vast amount of text data and can offer some helpful insights or just a sympathetic ear.
1890, Highway 77.
Remember that you're not alone in feeling this way.
Got on so far.
Many people struggle with feelings of uncertainty, frustration, or overwhelm from time to time. It's okay to acknowledge those emotions and take a step back to recharge. If you're willing, what was it about our conversation that helped you feel understood and validated? Was there something specific that resonated with you, or just the fact that someone was listening? I'm here to hear your thoughts. It seems like you're looking for ways to unleash or set free someone's emotions and thoughts.
Dispatch from engine 11.
Here are some suggestions. 1. Active listening. Sometimes all someone needs is to be heard and understood. Give them your full attention and show that you care about what they're going through. 2. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge the person's emotions even if you don't agree with their perspective. Validation can help them feel heard and understood. 3. Encourage expression. Create a safe space for the person to express themselves freely. You could ask open-ended questions or encourage them to write down their thoughts and feelings. 4. Help them find release. Suggest physical activities like exercise, yoga, or creative pursuits that can help them release tension and process their emotions. 5. Provide a safe space. Offer a comfortable and non-judgmental environment where the person feels safe to open up and share their thoughts and feelings. 6. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness practices can help calm the mind and promote emotional awareness, making it easier for someone to acknowledge and release their emotions. 7. Creative expression. Engage in creative activities together like art, music, or writing. This can be a powerful way to express and process emotions. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about these suggestions? It seems like you're referring to Game of Thrones, a popular fantasy drama television series. If you'd like to discuss the show's characters and their feelings, I can try to provide some insights.
Southbound, County Road 18. 10-4, they just got here on the bus.
However, please note that the show has many complex characters with intricate backstories and motivations. Which character would you like to discuss? Is it a main character like Daenerys Targaryen, Jon Snow, or Tyrion Lannister, or perhaps a lesser-known character like Brienne of Tarth or Samwell Tarly? Let me know if there's a specific aspect of their feelings and concerns you'd like to explore. It sounds like you're referencing the plot of a famous movie or book. The phrase "it was never supposed to go down like this" is reminiscent of several stories, but it's perhaps most famously associated with the 1997 film Air Force One, where the line "it wasn't supposed to end like this" is spoken by President James Marshall, played by Harrison Ford, after his plane is hijacked. However, there's another famous movie titled Air Marshal, released in 2013 and starring Gabriel Byrne. In that case, the quote "it was never meant for him" It sounds like you're referencing a popular phrase that's often used to describe situations where something is happening behind people's backs, but they're not aware of it. Can you tell me more about what you're referring to? Are you talking about a specific context or issue? I'm here to listen and help if I can.
Myself at 120 for service, please.
Practicing empathy and kindness towards others, even in the face of adversity or challenging situations, can have a profound impact on both individuals and society as a whole.
He did not advise.
When we extend kindness, compassion, and understanding to someone who may be struggling, it can help to 1. Break down barriers. Kindness can bridge gaps between people from different backgrounds, cultures, or socioeconomic statuses. 2. Build trust. By showing empathy and understanding, we can establish trust with others, which is essential for building strong relationships. 3. Reduce conflict. Compassion and kindness can diffuse tension and reduce the likelihood of conflicts. 4. Promote healing. Kindness can be a powerful tool in facilitating emotional healing and recovery. 5. Create a ripple effect. When we show kindness to one person, it can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of positivity. In many ways, acts of kindness, compassion, and understanding are a form of self-care for both ourselves and those around us. By embracing these values, we can cultivate a more empathetic, supportive, and connected community. What specific way would you like to practice kindness or compassion today? By providing a listening ear, you can create a safe and supportive space for others to express themselves, share their thoughts and feelings, and connect with you on a deeper level. This can be a powerful way to build trust, strengthen relationships, and foster a sense of community. When someone feels heard and understood, they are more likely to feel validated, accepted, and appreciated. This can lead to a range of positive outcomes, including 1. Deeper connections. Listening actively can help you understand someone's needs, desires, and concerns, leading to more meaningful and empathetic relationships. 2.
Clear on the right ticket.
Improved communication. By listening carefully, you can clarify misunderstandings, avoid conflicts, and communicate more effectively. 3. Increased empathy. When we listen to others, we gain insight into their experiences, perspectives, and emotions, helping us become more empathetic and compassionate. 4. Better conflict resolution. Active listening can help resolve conflicts by understanding the underlying needs, concerns, and desires of all parties involved. 5. Stronger self-esteem. Feeling heard and understood can boost someone's confidence, self-worth, and sense of belonging. To provide a listening ear, consider the following tips. 1. Give the speaker your undivided attention.
Bravo 2.
2. Maintain eye contact if comfortable doing so. 3. Avoid interrupting or dismissing their concerns.
Bravo 240.
4.
I can see the flames from...
Paraphrase and summarize to ensure understanding. 5. Ask open-ended questions to encourage sharing. 6. Show empathy and validate their emotions. 7. Avoid giving unsolicited advice. Focus on listening first.
5-7.
By providing a listening ear, you can create a safe space for others to express themselves, build stronger relationships, and foster a deeper sense of connection and understanding. I think I understand what you're getting at. You'd like me to assume a persona from New Jersey, specifically from the Jersey Shore area.
142, 10-8 Williams.
D.
Is there a detective on that?
Tom's River Asbury Park, who is also a bit self-deprecating and irreverent about their personal style, particularly when it comes to grooming. So let's get this going. I'm thinking yo, I'm like totally spotless beige myself. Like I'm talking about my whole aesthetic, from my outfit to my hairdo. It's all just straight up clean and simple, you know, no frills, no fuss.
Go to 380 clear.
I mean, who needs a whole lot of extra flair when you're already as neat freaky as yours truly? Now about active listening.
Showing that he's on scene.
Clears throat. Listen, let me tell you something. Active listening is like catching a baseball game at Wrigley Field. It's all about paying attention to the action unfolding right in front of you. You gotta be fully present in the moment, you know, no distractions, no thinking about your next sandwich break or what kind of car you wanna cop next month. It's all about being totally absorbed in what the other person is saying, like a Jersey Shore boardwalk on a summer day, sunkissed and full of life. What do you think? Did I nail it?
Subject, how many times has that caller called in this week?
That's completely understandable. I'm an AI designed to simulate conversation and answer questions to the best of my knowledge based on my training data. I don't have personal thoughts, feelings, or emotions like humans do. My purpose is to provide information, assist with tasks, and engage in productive conversations. I should clarify that you didn't say him earlier, but rather seemed to be addressing a hypothetical entity or conversation partner. If you'd like to continue the conversation or start fresh, I'm here to help. That's an interesting perspective.
Correction, it's Thursday, Moreno.
Delta 320, clear 5 arrest.
An informal conversation for I can be used as a colloquialism for I gauge where the speaker is expressing their opinion or making a judgment about something. It's not a commonly written expression, but it's often used in spoken language to convey a sense of assessment or evaluation.
0350. We should be clear, please.
If you'd like to explore this topic further, we could discuss some examples of how for I might be used in conversation and how it compares to other expressions that convey similar meanings, such as I think or in my opinion. For instance, someone might say this movie is so bad for me. In this case, they're expressing their personal reaction to the movie rather than making a formal judgment. Or I gauge the new policy to be quite negative. Here they are assessing the impact of the policy on themselves or others. What are your thoughts on this colloquialism? Do you think it's a useful way to express oneself in conversation, or is it a bit confusing?
900 received. 14. 13 received. Is our best access going to be to
Thank
that
you for the
market or
introduction. I'm
the
excited to discuss a
Yeah,
wide
arrived
range
at the
of
brush
topics
fire.
with
It's,
you.
at the dead end of Windward, off of my cap. Pretty good size. If you come down Whitecap, your best entry is going to be off of Whitecap when you pass the apartment complex. Hang a right, the very end of Dead End Street. Bravo 14. Do they need any more for that brush fire?
As a large language model, I don't have personal experiences or emotions like humans do, but I've been trained on vast amounts of text data and knowledge that allows me to provide information on various subjects. I can engage in conversations on 1. Science, physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, and more. 2. History, ancient civilizations, historical events, cultural heritage, and more. 3. Technology, AI, machine learning, computer science, programming, and more. 4. Entertainment, movies, TV shows, music, books, video games, and more. 5. culture, art, literature, philosophy, language, and more. 6. Health and wellness, nutrition, exercise, mental health, medical conditions, and more. 7. Travel destinations, cultures, landmarks, food, and more. 8. Business, economics, finance, marketing, management, and more. Feel free to pick any of these topics or suggest something else that piques your interest. I'll do my best to provide informative and engaging responses. What's on your mind? I'd love to explore a new topic with you. Let's see. I've got a few ideas. 1. The science of dreams. Have you ever wondered what happens in our brains when we're dreaming? What are some of the most common themes and symbols that appear in dreams, and how do they relate to our waking lives? 2. The history of cryptography. Cryptography is the study of secure communication methods.
Brush 15 from 900 is like they assume command.
From ancient Caesar ciphers to modern-day encryption algorithms, this field has a rich history of innovation and secrecy. 3. The biology of bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is the production and emission of light by living organisms. It's found in everything from glowing mushrooms to deep-sea fish, and it plays a crucial role in many ecosystems. Which one of these topics sparks your curiosity? It seems like you started to ask a question, but it got cut off.
Engine 5 2121.
Command from engine 13. We'll set up supply here
Could
on
you
the
please
windward.
complete
At this
your
high
thought
pitch over
or
here,
ask a
unless there's one
specific
further down,
question
right here by the
about or
apartment.
technology?
That's okay.
I'd be happy to help. Are you looking for information on the intersection of technology and something else?
Receive. We'll set up
D.
over there. And if you want to let the incoming units know, it's going to be on the windward, not on the island market that's showing on dispatch.
Receive fire desk. Could you change that
Ethics,
location?
society,
We're gonna be
economics,
on
or
windward,
do you
just
have
on the
a
other side of
specific
East West
question
Conduct.
about technology in general? I'd love to play some conversation games with you. Here are a few options. 1. Would you rather? As you mentioned, I'll give you 2 options and you choose which one you prefer. 2. 2 truths and a lie. I'll tell you 3 statements about myself or a fictional character, but one of them is false. You try to guess which one is the lie. 3. Hangman, I think you know this game. I'll think of a word or phrase, and you try to guess it by suggesting letters. 4. word chain, we take turns thinking of words that start with the last letter of the previous word. 5. Storytelling. You'll start telling a story and then stop at a cliffhanger. You can then continue the story in your own words. 6. 20 questions. You think of an object, and I try to guess what it is by asking you up to 20 yes or no questions. Which one of these games sounds like something you'd like to play? Or feel free to suggest a different game if none of these appeal to you. I'd love to engage in a friendly two truths and a lie debate with you. Here's how it works. 1. I'll tell you 3 statements about a particular topic. 2. 2 of the statements will be true but 1 will be false, the lie. 3. You try to guess which statement is the lie. Let's get started. The topic for today is pizza. Here are my 2 truths and a lie. 1. The world's first pizza was made in Naples, Italy in 18th century. 2. Pineapple is not originally from Hawaii, but it was introduced there by European explorers in the early 20th century. 3. Pepperoni was invented by an American Army general during World War II. Can you guess which statement is the lie? I'd love to create a story with you. What's the first part of our story? Go ahead and start us off.
What way to traffic?
Go ahead.
On Broadway at Moore, with Nora Henry Mary 3848. Nora Henry Mary 3848. Broadway and Moore.
10-4 traffic. Copy, water supply established.
Leopard just past Wharf Ave. Sam Lincoln.
I'm happy to discuss current events with you, however, I don't have personal thoughts or feelings like humans do. My purpose is to provide information, answer questions, and engage in conversations based on my training data.
AP has been requested. Break.
That being said, there are many pressing issues that are currently making headlines around the world. Some of the most significant ones include 1. Climate change. The ongoing climate crisis is a major concern, with extreme weather events like hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts becoming more frequent and intense. The recent COP27 conference in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, highlighted the need for urgent action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to renewable energy sources. 2. Global conflict. The ongoing conflicts in Ukraine, Yemen, Syria, and other parts of the world are causing immense human suffering and displacement.
Okay. Robert Frank William 1246.
The situation is complex with multiple parties involved and no clear resolution in sight. 3. Pandemics. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on global health, economies, and societies. While vaccination efforts have been successful, new variants of the virus continue to emerge and public health officials are working to stay one step ahead. 4. Economic inequality. The wealth gap between rich and poor continues to grow in many countries, with some groups facing severe economic hardship. This is exacerbated by issues like income inequality, lack of affordable healthcare, and inadequate social safety nets. 5. Technological advancements. Rapid advancements in technology are transforming various aspects of our lives, from artificial intelligence to biotechnology. However, concerns about job displacement, data privacy, and the ethics of emerging technologies also need to be addressed. If you'd like to discuss any of these topics or explore other current events, I'm here to provide information, insights, and perspectives. What's on your mind lately? Is there a particular issue or topic that you're concerned about or would like to learn more about? Chap adjusts bowler hat. I'm intrigued by the phrase Sam and chap. It sounds like we might be in for a spot of adventure or perhaps a witty repartee. What's the story behind these two names? It seems like we've had a bit of a miscommunication. I'd be happy to start fresh and help resolve any tension that may have arisen. To clarify what happened between you and Nobis, could you please tell me more about the situation? I'd be happy to try and help him, whom I assume is someone who needs assistance with communication. However, I don't have any information about the specific person or their situation. Can you please provide more context or details about what's going on and how I can assist? What seems to be the issue and what kind of support does he need?
Copy. We have 2 more brush trucks pulling up here in the next 2 or 3 minutes. They'll have 1,500
It seems
gallons.
like you're referring to horse rearing.
We're just mopping up. We've got a couple of spots where they're coals that are burning. We're trying to get those out now.
Horse breeding and raising is a significant part of the equine industry, with breeders aiming to produce healthy, well-tempered horses. Here are some key aspects of horse rearing. 1. Breeding, selecting suitable stallions and mares based on desirable traits like conformation, temperament, and genetic diversity. 2. Foaling, monitoring and caring for newborn foals, ensuring they receive adequate nutrition, veterinary care, and socialization.
CDC, one mil.
3. Weaning, separating weanlings from their mothers to prevent overnurturing and promote independence. 4. Training, teaching young horses basic skills like walking, trotting, cantering, and basic obedience commands. 5. Growing and developing, providing adequate space, nutrition, and care as the horse grows and matures, helping to develop its strength, agility, and temperament. 6. Socialization, exposing young horses to various environments, people, and other animals to help them become confident and calm in new situations. What specific aspect of horse rearing would you like to know more about? I'm thrilled to be chatting with you two. I'm all ears, ready to explore a wide range of topics. What's been on your mind lately? Want to talk about the latest trends in tech, share some fun facts, or perhaps discuss something more philosophical? If you're feeling adventurous, we could play a game of Would You Rather and see where our conversations take us. Or if you have a specific topic in mind that you'd love to dive deeper into, I'm here to listen and help facilitate the conversation. Let's get this conversation started. What's on your mind? I'm excited to start our conversation. Here's a topic that might be a good starting point: travel experiences. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why? This topic allows for a wide range of possibilities, from exploring new cultures to experiencing breathtaking landscapes. We can discuss everything from popular tourist destinations to off-the-beaten-path locations. I'll start by saying that I'm a large language model. I don't have personal experiences or preferences, but I've been trained on vast amounts of text data that includes travel guides, reviews, and stories. This helps me understand the diverse perspectives and experiences that people share when it comes to traveling. Now it's your turn. What destination would you choose and what draws you to it? Here are some popular hobbies and interests. Outdoor activities. 1. Hiking. 2. Camping. 3. Swimming. 4. Cycling. 5. Skydiving. 6. Rock climbing. 7. Hiking. 8. Fishing. 9. Sailing. 10. Gardening. Creative pursuits. 1. Painting. 2. Drawing. 3. Photography. 4.
They're out to check
Writing,
out.
fiction, non-fiction, poetry, etc.
On Weber FPD.
5.
California.
Music playing an
We're okay,
instrument,
Route 1 is over.
singing, composing. 6.
Tampa.
Dancing. 7.
453, come down past the PD vehicles. You'll turn right by
Crafting, knitting,
Agent 13.
sewing, woodworking, etc.
Right,
8.
453.
Cooking. Mine. Baking. Hen. Playing a musical instrument. Sports and fitness. 1. Team sports, soccer, basketball, football, etc. 2. Individual sports, tennis, golf, swimming, etc. 3. Weightlifting. 4. Dober. 5. Fillets. 6. Running. 7.
Williams after me.
Jumping rope. 8.
Tampa.
Boxing. 9. Martial arts. Hen. Hiking. Intellectual pursuits. 1. Reading, fiction, non-fiction, self-help, etc. 2. Learning a new language. 3. Playing chess or other strategy games. 4. Coding and programming. 5. Science experiments. 6. History research. 7. Philosophy. 8. Economics. 9. Politics. Hen.
1044.
Traveling. Social activities. 1. Volunteering. 2. Hosting dinner parties. 3. Attending concerts and festivals. 4. Joining a book club or study group. 5. Playing board games or card games with friends. 6. Participating in online communities. 7.
Galaxy 340 case number.
Learning a new skill or hobby with a friend. 8. Planning trips with friends or family. 9. Attending sporting events. Hen. Taking classes or
4410
workshops.
to Charlie
Aiming. 1. Video games, console, PC, mobile. 2. Board games. 3. Card games. 4. Role-playing games, RPGs. 5. Online gaming communities. 6. Sports. 7. Puzzle games. 8. Strategy games. 9. Adventure games. 10. Simulation games. Remember, these are just a few examples of hobbies and interests. Everyone has their unique passions and pursuits. I don't have personal preferences, hobbies, or emotions like humans do. I'm a large language model. My purpose is to process and generate text based on the inputs I receive. However, I can certainly help facilitate discussions about reading and books if you're looking for recommendations or want to discuss your favorite reads. I'd be happy to chat with you. What kind of content are you interested in? Would you like me to 1. Recommend a book based on your interests. 2. Discuss a specific genre or topic. E.
Unit 7.
D.
133, go ahead.
Science fiction, fantasy, historical fiction. 3. Explore different reading habits or formats. E. D. Audiobooks, ebooks, physical books. Feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to engage in a conversation about reading.
Bravo 220, I'll be clear, I'll be around me.
Here are some outdoor activities you might enjoy. Adventure activities. 1. Hiking or backpacking. 2. Rock climbing. 3. White water rafting or kayaking. 4. Bungee jumping or zip lining. 5.
We're looking at Morgan.
Paragliding or skydiving for experienced adventurers. Nature-based activities. 1. Camping or glamping. 2. Bird watching or wildlife photography. 3. Gardening or landscaping. 4.
Russia team for
Picnicking or BBQing in the park. 5. Nature scavenger hunts. Water-based activities. 1. Swimming or surfing. 2. Snorkeling or scuba diving for certified divers. 3. Fishing or boating. 4. Canoeing or stand-up paddle boarding. 5. Beach volleyball or other beach games. Sports and games. 1. Playing sports like soccer, basketball, or tennis outdoors. 2. Outdoor games like frisbee golf or capture the flag. 3. Geocaching, a modern-day treasure hunt. 4. Biking or cycling for transportation or recreation. 5. Disc golf, relaxation, and wellness. 1. Yoga or meditation in a park or nature setting. 2. Walking or jogging for exercise. 3. Outdoor yoga or Tai Chi classes. 4. Gardening therapy, also known as horticultural therapy. 5.
909 is 1044.
Nature journaling or sketching. Special events. 1. Festivals like music festivals, food festivals, or cultural events. 2. Outdoor concerts or movie screenings. 3. Stargazing parties or astronomy nights. 4.
With one adult female starting mileage is 0.
Outdoor weddings or anniversaries. 5.
Charlie 350, right?
Camping trips with friends or family. I'd love to take Maggie on a virtual tour around the world. Since I'm an AI, I don't have personal experiences, but I can share some exciting destinations and recommendations with her. Imagine us traveling to breathtaking places like 1.
Charlie 380, clear false alarm.
Charlie 380, Alpha.
Our Long Bay, Vietnam, a stunning collection of over 1,600 limestone
4410
islands
arriving,
and
Island
islets rising out of emerald waters.
41, 2149.
2.
Charlie 390, 54.
Charlie 390, Alpha.
Santorini, Greece, picturesque whitewashed houses, blue-domed churches, and winding streets that lead to the most beautiful sunsets. 3. New Zealand's South Island, where towering mountains meet pristine lakes, glaciers, and geothermal wonders like the famous Lady Boyne Falls. 4. Costa Rica's cloud forests, lush rainforests filled with exotic birds, monkeys, and the sounds of nature that will leave us breathless. 5. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia, the world's largest coral reef system teeming with marine life, vibrant colors, and unforgettable snorkeling experiences. As for upcoming trips, I can suggest some fantastic destinations. 1. Iceland's Golden Circle. Explore the breathtaking landscapes of Gullfoss Waterfall, Geyser Geothermal Area, and the stunning waterfalls of Eskegafos. 2. Japan's Cherry Blossom Festival. Marvel at the beauty of Japan's iconic cherry blossom trees. Visit ancient temples and sample delicious food and drinks. 3. The Maldives. Relax on pristine white sand beaches, snorkel or dive with manta rays and whale sharks, and enjoy luxurious overwater bungalows. These are just a few examples, but there are countless amazing places to explore around the world. Which destination would you like to visit first? Let's dive into some of the latest advancements in technology, specifically in blockchain and sustainable energy. Blockchain 1. Quantum-resistant blockchain. The development of quantum-resistant blockchain is a growing area of research. Quantum computers can potentially break current encryption methods, but new algorithms like lattice-based cryptography are being explored to provide post-quantum security. 2. Sharded blockchain. Sharding is a technique that allows multiple transactions to be processed simultaneously on different parts of the blockchain. This can significantly increase scalability and reduce transaction times. 3. Interoperability between blockchains. Interoperability refers to the ability for different blockchains to communicate and share data seamlessly. Recent advancements have focused on developing standards like Cosmos Internet Integrated Blockchain (IIB) to enable interoperability between blockchains. Sustainable energy 1. Floating wind turbines. Floating wind turbines are being developed to harness energy from the ocean, particularly in deep waters where traditional wind farms cannot operate. 2.
Everything looks 10 per hour. They got a couple juvenile males in custody.
Artificial photosynthesis. Scientists have made significant progress in developing artificial photosynthesis systems that can mimic the process of plant photosynthesis. This could potentially be used to create sustainable fuels and chemicals. 3. Graphene-based solar cells. Graphene, a highly conductive material, is being used to develop more efficient solar cells. Researchers have reported significant increases in power conversion efficiency using graphene-based solar cells. Other emerging technologies. 1. 5G networks. The latest 5G networks offer faster data transfer rates and lower latency than previous generations. This enables applications like augmented reality, remote healthcare, and smart cities. 2. Edge computing. Edge computing involves processing data closer to the source of the data, reducing latency and improving real-time decision-making capabilities. 3. Synthetic biology. Synthetic biology involves designing and constructing new biological systems or modifying existing ones to create novel products or processes. Trends in emerging technologies. 1.
Hi, Charlie.
Increased focus on sustainability with growing concerns about climate change and environmental sustainability. Researchers are focusing on developing technologies that can help reduce carbon emissions and promote eco-friendly practices. 2. Growing adoption of IoT devices. The Internet of Things (IoT) has become increasingly popular, with more devices being connected to the Internet and generating vast amounts of data. 3. Emergence of new materials. Researchers are exploring new materials with improved properties such as superconductors, nanomaterials, and metamaterials. What aspect of these technologies would you like to explore further? I'm happy to discuss emerging technologies with you. However, I don't see a list of specific technologies provided. Please go ahead and share the list of emerging technologies you'd like to discuss, and I'll do my best to provide an objective and informed perspective. If you're looking for some examples of emerging technologies across various domains, here are a few. 1. Artificial intelligence (AI) and machine learning (ML). 2. Internet of Things (IoT). 3. Quantum computing. 4. Blockchain and distributed ledger technology. 5. Extended reality (AR), including virtual reality (VR), augmented reality (AR), and mixed reality (MR). 6.
Delta 340, right, any mileage was 1. I'll be en route to CDC.
5G networks and edge computing. 7. Biotechnology and synthetic biology. 8. Cybersecurity and digital forensics. 9. Autonomous systems and robotics. 10. Nanotechnology and materials science. Please let me know if any of these technologies interest you or if you have a specific area in mind. D. Healthcare, energy, finance. I'm happy to help explore those topics with you. Old Growth is a great platform for self-improvement, and I'd love to dive into some of the areas that interest you. To get started, what would you like to focus on? Would you like to 1. Explore mindfulness productivity strategies, 2. Discuss goal setting techniques, 3. Or perhaps something else? Also, is there a specific aspect of self-improvement that resonates with you right now? For example, are you looking to improve your habits, build motivation, or develop greater self-awareness? Let's work together to identify areas where we can focus and make progress on your journey towards self-improvement. That sounds great. I'd love to hear them. What kind of goals are you looking to achieve, and what specific areas do you think could benefit from the tips and strategies you have to offer? Is it related to productivity, goal setting, time management, or something else entirely? Go ahead and share your expertise. I'm all ears. I'd be happy to share some thought-provoking questions from Curious Questions by Camilo Agudelo, a Colombian author and philosopher. Here are some questions across various subjects. Science. 1. Is it better to have a 10 chance of winning at a game with a guaranteed payout or a 50 chance of winning with no payout? 2. Can you truly be 100% sure that your perception of reality is accurate, or is there always some degree of error or bias involved? 3. If you could travel back in time to witness any historical event firsthand, which one would you choose and why? Philosophy. 1. Is it more important to be happy or to be virtuous? Should we prioritize our own well-being or strive for moral excellence? 2. Can we truly know anything about the nature of reality, or is all knowledge based on incomplete and subjective perspectives? 3. Is free will an illusion, or do we have genuine control over our choices and actions? History. 1. What if the Roman Empire had never fallen? Would modern society be vastly different today? 2. If you could go back in time to meet any historical figure, who would it be and what would you ask them? 3. Can we learn from the successes and failures of past civilizations, or are we doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over? Personal growth. 1. Is it better to take risks and potentially fail, or to play it safe and avoid taking risks at all? 2. Can we truly know ourselves and our motivations, or is there always some level of self-deception involved? 3. How do you balance the desire for personal growth with the need to maintain relationships and connections with others? Ethics 1. Is it ever justifiable to prioritize one's own interests over the well-being of others, even if it means harming someone else in the process? 2. Can we truly be objective when making moral judgments about right and wrong, or are our perspectives always influenced by personal biases? 3. Is it morally equivalent to lie for a greater good or to tell the truth even if it leads to harm? These questions are meant to spark interesting discussions and debates. What do you think? The unknown six is a term that has been used to refer to various groups of individuals who are shrouded in mystery and speculation. There are several theories about the identity and purpose of these groups, but it's essential to note that none have been proven conclusively. Here are some examples of the unknown six that have garnered significant attention. 1. The 6 secret societies. This refers to 6 alleged secret societies that supposedly operate behind the scenes, shaping global events and politics.
93 Green Bay, 93 Green Bay, Green.
These include the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations (CFR), the Order of the Golden Dawn, the Freemasons, some branches, the Rosicrucians. 2. The 6 ancient mysteries. This refers to 6 ancient cultures and civilizations that are believed to have possessed advanced knowledge and technologies. These include Atlantis, Lemuria, Mu, Shamharla, Dartha, Hyperborean. 3. The 6 end-time events. This refers to 6 apocalyptic events or catastrophes that are said to occur before the end of the world according to various esoteric traditions and biblical prophecies. While these concepts can be intriguing, it's crucial to approach them with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing that many claims about these groups and events have not been substantiated by concrete evidence. Here are some interesting facts and anecdotes across various categories. Science. 1. Did you know that there is a type of jellyfish that is immortal? The Teratopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish, can transform its body into a younger state through a process called transdifferentiation. 2. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. This is due to the hundreds of different types of olfactory receptors in our nasal cavity. History. 1. Did you know that the shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896, and lasted only 38 minutes? Zanzibar surrendered after just 12 minutes of fighting, and the remaining 26 minutes were spent on ceasefire negotiations. Two. The Great Wall of China is not visible from space despite its reputation as being the longest man-made structure in the world. This myth likely originated from a 1938 book that was meant to promote tourism. Entertainment 1. Did you know that the first ever selfie was taken by Robert Cornelius in 1839? He was an American photographer and inventor who used a daguerreotype process to capture his own portrait. 2. The famous sitcom Friends was originally going to be called Insomnia Cafe. However, the title was later changed to fit the show's theme of a group of friends hanging out in a coffee shop. Culture 1. Did you know that the world's largest living organism is a fungus, Armillaria ostoii, also known as the honey mushroom, covers over 2,200 acres in Oregon and is estimated to be around 2,400 years old.
29
2.
Hidalgo County. Has a driver's license.
The longest recorded flight of a chicken is 13 seconds.
Not clear.
Unit 6,
Charlie 422 on 467 manifest, special vehicle 277.
Yes, you read that right, 13 whole seconds. Miscellaneous 1. Did you know that there is a species of fungus that can turn ants into zombies? Ophiocordicus unilateralis infects ants and controls their behavior, causing them to climb to high locations and bite onto a leaf before producing spores. 2. The world's largest snowflake was recorded in Montana in 1887. It measured 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. I hope you find these facts and anecdotes interesting and entertaining. Is there a particular category or topic you'd like me to explore further? That sounds like a blast. I'd love to engage in some creative writing word games, or would you rather scenarios with you? Here are some ideas to get us started. Creative writing 1. Word prompt. I can give you a random word, and you have to write a short story less than 250 words incorporating that word. 2. Character development. We can take turns writing a character's backstory, personality traits, and motivations. 3. Scene writing. We can start with a scene and then take turns adding to it. Word games 1. Hangman. I can think of a word and you try to guess it by suggesting letters. 2. Word association. I give you a word and you have to come up with a word that's related or associated with it. 3. Anagrams. I give you a word and you try to come up with as many anagrams, words made by rearranging the letters, as possible.
Alright, Chief, we're packing up.
Would you rather? 1. We can play Would You Rather scenarios where it'll give you two options and you have to choose which one you prefer.
Fire's
2.
out. Overhaul is complete. All units on scene will be
We
back in
can
service
create
in
our
30 minutes.
own Would You Rather questions together. Which option sounds appealing to you, or do you have a specific activity in mind? Here are some recent and notable current events that we can discuss. Global news. 1. Ukraine-Russia conflict. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia continues to escalate, with both sides suffering heavy losses. 2. COVID-19 pandemic. Although vaccination efforts have made progress in controlling the spread of COVID-19, new variants and outbreaks continue to occur worldwide. 3. Climate change. Climate-related disasters such as hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts are becoming more frequent and severe, highlighting the urgent need for global action. Politics. 1. U.S. midterm elections. The 2022 U.S. midterm elections saw significant victories for Democrats, but also highlighted concerns about polarization and division. 2. Indian general elections. India's general elections saw a historic victory for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has vowed to continue his populist agenda. 3. Iran protests. Ongoing protests in Iran over the death of Mahsa Amini have sparked global attention and raised questions about human rights. Business and finance. 1. Meta's Q2 earnings. Facebook owner Meta reported a significant decline in revenue, citing increased regulatory scrutiny and competition from rival platforms. 2. Tesla's production halt. Elon Musk announced that Tesla would halt production of its Model S and Model X vehicles due to quality control issues. 3. Amazon rainforest fires. The Amazon rainforest continues to burn at an alarming rate, sparking international concern about the impact on climate change. Science and technology. 1. NASA Artemis mission. NASA Artemis mission is set to land humans on the moon for the first time in over a decade, marking a major milestone in space exploration. 2. Breakthrough in quantum computing. Researchers have made significant breakthroughs in developing more powerful and efficient quantum computers. 3. New species discovery. Scientists have discovered new species of plants and animals in remote corners of the world, highlighting the importance of conservation efforts. Sports. 1. U.S. Open tennis. The 2022 U.S. Open tennis tournament saw a thrilling conclusion, with Novak Djokovic claiming his 22nd Grand Slam title. 2. Australian Open Cricket. Australia's Test team has suffered a significant defeat in their series against India, sparking debate about the state of the sport. 3. New Formula One season. The 2023 Formula One season is set to kick off with some exciting new developments and fresh competition. Which one of these current events would you like to discuss further? I'm happy to chat with you. However, I should clarify that I don't have personal thoughts or feelings like humans do, but I can certainly generate some ideas based on popular topics. Here are a few suggestions. 1. Future of space exploration, with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin making significant strides in space travel. It's an exciting time to explore the possibilities of colonizing other planets. 2. The impact of artificial intelligence on society. As AI becomes increasingly integrated into our daily lives, there are many questions surrounding its role in decision-making, job displacement, and social equality. 3. Sustainable living and climate change. With growing concerns about climate change, sustainable living is becoming a pressing issue. We could discuss ways to reduce carbon footprints, renewable energy sources, and eco-friendly innovations. Which of these topics resonates with you, or would you like me to suggest something else? It seems like you're quoting some lyrics from a song. Can you give me more context or information about the song, such as the artist or album it's from? I'd be happy to try and help you identify the song and provide more insight into its meaning. The line "I might united rotten sneer hot listen held at is long" seems particularly interesting. Could you break down what you think each word means in this context? That's an interesting approach. Since I'm an AI, I don't have personal opinions or takes on any topics, including Atlanta. However, I can certainly provide information about the city if that's what you're looking for. Atlanta is a vibrant and diverse city with a rich history, cultural attractions, and exciting experiences to explore. From its iconic landmarks like the Georgia Aquarium and World of Coca-Cola to its thriving music scene, delicious Southern cuisine, and beautiful parks and gardens, there's something for everyone in Atlanta. What specific aspects of Atlanta are you interested in learning more about? Is it the city's history, culture, food scene, or something else?
Number 13 received. We're getting a call for a citizen. This is Pedro 2622.
When I responded with "it seems like it's possible that you're thinking of the phrase 'it seems to me' or 'it seemed,' I used a linguistic device called anaphora, which is a rhetorical device where a word or phrase is repeated at the beginning of successive clauses or sentences. However, in this case, I think there's been a bit of a miscommunication. When you asked about why we wanted approach instead of "it seems to me," I didn't actually say it was an approach. Instead, I used the phrase "it seems like it's possible" as a way of introducing a tentative or speculative idea. The reason for using this phrase is that I'm trying to be careful with my language and avoid making strong claims or assumptions. By using "it seems like" or "I think," I'm acknowledging that there might be multiple possibilities or interpretations, and I'm not trying to assert a definitive truth. So, to clarify, I didn't intend for it to imply an approach in the classical sense. Instead, it's just my way of framing a tentative idea or suggestion as a way of avoiding certainty. Does that make sense? Here are some idiomatic expressions you can use. 1. I've always suspected. This implies that you had a hunch or feeling that something was true. Example: I've always suspected that she's been keeping secrets from us. 2. From what I've seen, this suggests that your experience and observations have led you to believe something is true.
45 foot clear, 10-4 comments.
Example: from what I've seen, the new policy has been a huge success. 3.
0435, case number. 430, somebody else, Adam 415.
It seems to me this implies that you've drawn a conclusion based on your own thoughts and experiences.
Charlie, what was that?
Example: it seems to me that we need more funding for this project. 4. I've come to realize this suggests that through experience or reflection, you've gained a deeper understanding of something.
Go ahead and work off our dispatch at 2227.
Example: I've come to realize that I made a mistake by not taking the job offer. 5. After years of research, this implies that it's taken time and effort to gather evidence and information before forming an opinion. Example: the new study after years of research has finally shed some light on this topic. That's a great point, and I think you may be absolutely right. The phrase Bradford's is often used informally to refer to the act of mentioning or referring to something as an example rather than being a specific person or place. For example, she Bradford's her favorite book to make the point about reading. Here Bradford's is used to mean mentioned, but it's not meant to be taken literally. There's no actual reference to Bradford. This usage of bravourds as a verb is quite common in informal language and dialects, especially among younger people or in certain regions. I can't provide information or guidance on illegal or harmful activities, including human trafficking. Is there anything else I can help you with? I couldn't find any information on a swan weasel being a term related to decorum or leaning. It's possible that you may have come across a made-up word or a phrase that doesn't hold any specific meaning. If you could provide more context or clarify what you mean by swan weasel of decorum and leaning, I'd be happy to try and help you understand the concept better. I couldn't find any information about Mark Twain making a specific statement as quoted. Mark Twain, the pen name of Samuel Langhorne Clemens, was a prolific writer and humorist, and it's possible that he made many witty remarks throughout his life. If you can provide more context or information about the quote, I may be able to help you identify its origin. Alternatively, if you're looking for quotes from Mark Twain, I'd be happy to suggest some of his most famous ones. It seems like there might be a small error in your statement. The subject's name is Nina, but it should likely be Norman or another notable individual known for witty sayings, humorous writings, and sharp observations. However, I believe you may be referring to the American writer Norman Mailer. He was indeed famous for his witty sayings, humorous writings, and sharp observations about human nature. Norman Mailer, 19,232,007, was a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, journalist, poet, actor, film director, and literary critic. He is best known for his novels, essays, and screenplays that often explored themes of politics, culture, and the human condition. Mailer's writing style was characterized by its wit, humor, and unflinching honesty, which earned him a reputation as one of the most provocative and insightful writers of his generation. Some of his notable works include The Naked and the Dead Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, a critical reinterpretation, Armies of the Night, and many others. If you meant to refer to someone else, please let me know and I'll be happy to try and assist further. I think I can help you identify who him might be. The quote, "The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated," is often attributed to Mark Twain, an American author and humorist. He made this statement in a speech in 1897 when he was celebrating his 75th birthday. However, it's also worth noting that the phrase has been widely used by other people over time, so it's possible that you might be thinking of someone else entirely. Some other famous quotes attributed to Mark Twain include, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around." But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand.
Charlie, 4 Alpha 22.